What up, folks? Welcome back to ULTRAZILLA Toys, and today I have a review of the SH FIGUARTS Bruce Lee, the yellow tracksuit version, or the Game of Death version. This is SH FIGUARTS' second attempt at Bruce Lee, the first, of course, being the classic Enter the Dragon suit mode. And this was a great figure, one of my favorite action figures of last year. So really cool. And the Game of Death version with this tracksuit, man, like it definitely joins and will be joining that Bruce Lee probably on my top of 2017. It is super cool. I always loved this look. It's been homaged many times over. Unfortunately, Mr. Lee passed away during the filming of this movie, so the movie itself is kind of not so great. There's a lot of weird parts to it, but the fights are with Mr. Lee are fantastic, including the famous or infamous fight with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, which is pretty cool. So the size discrepancy there is insane. They're using that same scanning technology for the faces, and it looks amazing. Oh, and his head goes flying off. So doesn't come off like a ton if you're, messing with it, but I popped it off. But yeah, looks good. Really nice. So this figure has been out for a bit now, but I'm like slowly working through this enormous backlog of figures, so bear with me. I consider anything game from when I started the channel 1 year ago this weekend fair game. So if I haven't reviewed it yet, chances are you might see it, or you might hear it on the Repack podcast. But anywho, back to this guy. He is incredible. Sculpt is really nice, and it's not the same as the first one. Like, this is like a completely different sculpt, which is super cool. So that's great. You get different faces. This face is really similar, except they're looking the opposite ways. But yeah, the skin tones, the hair tone is darker on this one. The suit looks great. The sneakers look fantastic. And if you're questioning, I don't think you are, but if you want to know, I'm a big fan of Bruce Lee. So there you go. There's my shoe. Looks good. I love this band here. Nice detail. Again, the sneakers look great. The tigers. Love them. So really nice. Head sculpt is fantastic. Paints look incredible. Just solid paints. The tracksuit looks good all the way down. It's very simple, but it's good. There is a little bit of shading on the arms, so that's cool. You can see it better there. This looks good. Let's take a look at some of the other faces he comes with. This one's a little strange, but he's definitely yelling there like, oh! So very cool. He has a little more smirky face there. That looks really good. And this is a bit of a funny one. I know the face they're going for, but it just kind of comes out as I just farted. But they are good. I do I am bummed that they didn't do a face where he is looking straight ahead. That is like normal, like kind of like this, but looking straight ahead would have been really good. So I'm going to take off his head right now, actually, and show you how that works. You just take it apart there, and let's do the farty face. So there you go. Easy change there. I like that it's yellow inside, yellow plastic. That's what it looks like that. Then he has a bunch of different things to play with. He's got the yellow and black nunchucks. Love it. And yeah, I haven't even taken some of the stuff out of the packaging, guys. Another pair. So this one's more straight. And he's got this green stick, very movie accurate. It's pretty cool. And then a bunch of different hands here to play with. And there you go. They all look pretty good. We will remove one and pop one in here. It's got one of these straight pegs. Okay. Put the stick in. That's that. I gotta get this face off. Let's go with the face I like here. Oh, this is the more smiley face. That's pretty good too. Yeah. I just beat you up face. So, that looks good. And nunchucks. One of these poses right here. Pretty cool. Very nice stuff. I assume this is like good for these two. It's more open hand. Yeah, it does have like something to land, but it could be like pointing as well. Hey. I didn't know my Bruce Lee was Elvis. So, taking a look at his articulation, head's on a ball joint, as you've seen, has a lot of movement, a lot. So really good. His neck is on a ball joint as well, so tons of movement there. Butterfly joint in here, as well as a hinge underneath there. Swivel, hinge, you could get all the way around. So really great articulation. There's no bicep swivel, which is, or like any swivel on his elbow at all, but this is a floating piece, which is interesting, but they didn't really include anything there. Double hinged elbow, I believe. If I could get this up, I could see it better. Well, I'm not sure, honestly. It could be a single hinge, actually. It's hard to see. I think it might be just a single hinge, which is kind of surprising. It's a big hinge, though, and kind of ugly. You know, the hands are on those pegs, so I wish you could get a little more movement out of that. You got a diaphragm joint here, pretty good. Waist is also on this is all ball jointed all the way through. His legs are on a very interesting joint. I find that fascinating looking. But they do function. Very weird how that joint looks, to me at least. Does the original have that? it's similar. It's more rounded in this one. And the pants cover it up better, but over here it's like, yeah, and you can't really do the splits, but neither can the original. Interesting. Kicks about that far, goes back pretty far too. You got an interesting joint in his knee, which is one hinge as well. But the hinges work really well. I'm very surprised to find that. His foot just popped off. So I guess this guy has some loose joints pop off, but they don't feel loose. Like, he doesn't feel loose at all. So, I don't know. That can rotate a little bit up there. And as you saw, the foot is on a ball joint in there. So you get some good movement in there. And then there's a toe hinge. So it's really good articulation, but I'm surprised, honestly, to find that even though, like, up here it's awesome, there's not even more articulation on this guy. There could be more, but he doesn't have it. But it doesn't, like, stop my love of it. It just looks so awesome, and it just feels really, again, it feels so solid and great. That, yeah, I don't really mind that much. This is a really good Bruce Lee figure. It's really awesome looking. So we saw the original figure with it. Let's do some other size comparisons just to give you an idea. Here is Titan's Return Perceptor. And here is SH Figuarts Devilman. This is the Dynamic Classics Devilman. He's really big. Here is SH Monster Arts Super Mecha Godzilla. And who else have I on my desk here? One more guy. NX Edge Eva 01. So there you go, little guy. So some bigger ones, some little ones, some very similar ones. But yeah, I really like this Bruce Lee figure. He's really awesome. I wish he did have a little more articulation in certain spots. Surprising that he's not fully tricked out, but he's still great. He commands some nice presence. So there's a lot of intangibles with this guy, which to me is very important. He really does it for me as a fan, so I really dig him. Definitely recommend. I recommend both of them. I think they're both really awesome for various reasons. So that's all I got, guys. This guy is pretty awesome. So that's all I got, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Please check out my Facebook page, ULTRAZILLA Toys. And until next time, peace out, peeps.